minutes available for this call. Please hold while we connect your call. Capital operator.
Senator Levin's office.
One moment.
Our Levin's office.
Yes, I'm calling from Michigan, and I'm calling about two things that I've just recently learned about. Last night, I went to see a KBR contractor was speaking in Battle Creek, and he said, "We're going to be in Iraq forever." That's his expert opinion. Is that Carl Levin's position?
No, he does not agree with that at all.
Okay, I've got to say this went into today into the Battle Creek Inquirer. It said expert says we're going to be in. It made the front page, of course, because there's not much going on in Battle Creek. Not hardly anything going on in Battle Creek. But this guy says that we're building permanent bases there, more or less. And you know what? I've sort of given up on the minor details of this war. I don't know if there were 5 bases or 6 permanent bases. And he gave a slideshow. His name is Young. And he said, oh, they're building this, and they're building that, and they're building X, and they're building Y, and they're building Z. And you know what I'm saying? That was his thing. And then we got another thing going. Deborah Amos of NPR. She's one of the NPR correspondents. She's going to... The title of her talk in Kalamazoo is No Exit in Sight. Now, I don't know if I want to bother to go and take 2 hours to listen to Deborah Amos to say to me that we're stuck in Iraq. But is that... I'm surprised at all of this, really, or somewhat surprised. You don't... In other words, Carl doesn't have any position either way.
Let me put you through to someone that handles this issue.
Okay. I'm in Battle Creek, and we just had a KBR contractor speak to our little group, our humble little group of, we're sort of peace activists. And he said we were going to be in Iraq. Well, his quote in the newspaper is forever. That was his expert take. Well, he was involved in building stuff.
Right.
And then I just heard on the radio that Deborah Amos of NPR is going to give a talk in Western Michigan University. It's called No Iraq, No Exit in Sight, I believe is the title of it. Okay. So I'm getting concerned. I'm getting, and I don't know, maybe we've lost our democracy, I guess. When most of the country thinks the war was a horrible mistake, and that most of the country really feels that we ought to get out of there,
right.
And the Democratic Party doesn't... Oh, and you know what? And we had this contractor in, and I'm guessing that Mark might have had something to do with this contractor coming in. And you know what? KBR, to me, they're a bunch of thieves, unfortunately. I didn't tell this contractor this in person. I didn't say, you know what? You guys are ripping everyone off. And you're making a big buck, and I don't know, Cheney's making a lot of money, and a lot of Cheney's friends are making money, and we don't know how much money you've ripped off the government, et cetera, et cetera. I tried to be polite, you know. But KBR, they're a bunch of war profiteers.